everybody, and welcome back to another episode. Happy Friday, guys. Thank you guys for being here. So, guys, we got some action. We got some releases. Thank God. Like I told you guys, they're not going to stop until they're on break. It only makes sense for them to continue if they don't have to do anything but release. Obviously, we're still getting some, what do you call it? We're still getting some announcements in between, but releases have to continue. Like I keep telling Ash, Blade is down the street, so don't worry about it. And then obviously we still got Wolverine, Age of Apocalypse, and we have Nice Pool left for Ash's line, the only line he cares about. He doesn't care about nothing else but Deadpool and Wolverine. All right, guys. So let's see who's in the house tonight, and then we're gonna get started. Also, guys, real quickly, just real quickly, guys. Just real quickly, guys. I think I found a spot for it with the cape on. Yeah. So as of right now, it's got the cape on. Like I said, I think I got a good spot for it to keep it with the cape on. The other, the cloth cape, even though it's battle damaged, a little bit, that battle damage is a little, I don't really care for it. But this thing here looks like a statue. So I think we're going to keep it. We're going to keep it on. So we'll see what happens. But like I said, it looks like we're keeping it that way. It looks like it's staying with the big ass cape on. The one thing I'm going to tell you guys right now, the amount of dust that's going to attract is going to be insane. So that's my only thing right now. It's like, it's not going to go in one of these shelves. Most likely not going to fit. Absolutely not going to fit. So that's the only issue, right? It's in a Detolf. It's not going to fit either. The cape goes up way too high. So it's got to stay out regardless. And I think I'm going to keep it on that base. You have to keep it on that base because that cape is so heavy that it locks into the base. There's two little tabs that you could stick the cape into. One comes in the box and one is part of the base. So it looks like I'm going to have to keep it out like that, guys, because it's just a gorgeous piece. So let's see who's in the house, guys. There's 13 of you guys in here. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. Thank you guys for being here. We got Ash in the house. I told you. Actually, did I even tell you it was streaming tonight? I don't even know. I usually tell them. I'm doing. Welcome. Oh, my God. Super chat already. Look at this guy. Boo. No. This guy. Unbelievable, Ash. No respect for the process. Ash, do you realize, that Hot Toys makes more than just Deadpool and Wolverine? Do you understand that? Unbelievable, Ash. Do you understand that Hot Toys is in competition with
the priority shipping? So the earlier
Do you understand that, Ash? They got better things to do, okay? They got 2 figures left for your line, and they got about 2,000 left for everything else, okay? So take it easy for one day. Unbelievable. No respect for the process. Ash, disgusting, Ash. Disgusting.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, you.
No, thank you, bro.
Thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, seriously, you.
No, seriously, thank you, bro.
No, for real, you.
No, thank you.
Thank you, my friend. As always, happy Saturday for you. Happy Friday, everybody else. Guys, there's 17 of you guys here. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. Faz, the inner file with this big fat with the cash rating does something unreal. We got Ron in the house. Welcome, my.
Hello!
Welcome. Gilberto, ¿cómo está? Buenas noches. Feliz viernes. Bienvenido.
Konnichiwa means what's up.
We got Carlo in the house. Welcome, my friend. How are you?
Charlie, my friend, Charlie Brigante, how you doing?
We got Michael in the house. Welcome, my friend.
How you doing?
Happy Friday, everybody. We got Derek in the house. Welcome.
Hello!
Welcome. We got Lou.
Konnichiwa means what's up.
What up, my what up, my Master of Fights and Wolver collectors and non-sardine poses in here. Guys, do you guys want to know what this creator did? You guys want to know? This creator, okay, decided to get a body, right? He got a spare body for the Wolverine. He bought the deluxe, so obviously he gets everything, right? So he bought a spare body. This creator decided to completely remove the Hot Toys body from the suit from the extra body that he purchased. Of course, he body swapped it with a Fison. And just take a wild guess what it looks like.
Don't worry, I'll wait.
He will tell you, though, that it's so amazing. Remember, the Wolverine silicone bodies, the seamless arms, not the bodies, the seamless arms. Perfect. Beautiful. The muscle tone, the veins, everything on them. Perfect. Go look at his Fison. Go look at that Fison crap that he put in that body. Disgusting. Okay. But, of course, in this community, he's considered a creator. Unbelievable. No respect. He said, don't believe his life. Thanks, Ash. This is for you. This is for you for spreading misinformation. Oh, my God. The Darth Vader looks super. Let me tell you guys something. This Darth Vader is the sexiest Darth Vader we've ever gotten. Period. The amount, we get the 3 helmets, well, the 2 helmets, 1 battle damage, 1 clean. And even the clean has like dirt on it. The head sculpt is perfect. Then you get the special edition little pieces that you add on to the helmet. The cape, that sculpted cape makes the figure all day long. The base, heavy duty base, movement to the base, big ass base. Again, a little gaudy, but it just, the whole piece just makes it look like a statue. Obviously the light up features, the rolling eyes. So it is beautiful. Like I said, I'm gonna have to keep it with the cape on because, like I said, I don't really like the cloth cape at all, even with the battle damaging on it. But this thing is a masterpiece and is definitely going to replace a figure from my top 10, which I am, I'm keeping track of it. And then I'm going to do, a whole stream on, the remake of the top 10 figures of 2025. Chris, how are you, my friend? Welcome.
Hello!
Guys, hit the like button, please. There's 17 of you guys in here already. Thank you guys for being here. We got Cassandra in the house. Welcome.
How you doing?
Welcome. Let's see who else is in the house with us tonight. He's washing his hands, Echo. Why? What was he doing? What was that filthy Brad doing with his filthy hands? Eating dirt as usual? Oh, my God. We got 10 likes, guys. Hit the like button. We got 16 of you guys watching. Thank you guys for being here. Don't forget to hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Do not be weird on the stream. Do not be a roach on the stream. Bradley, Bradley, what'd you do with your hands, you filthy animal?
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up?
That's jazzing and hot toast. Never. 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 Okay, that's your answer for that. Ernesto, welcome. How are you?
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up?
Damn, buttering Ash up with his favorite clip right at the beginning. Well, when you start like this, right at the beginning, it is only fair. Okay, Ron? It is only fair. Let's see who else is in the house. 12 likes, 60 watching. Guys, hit the like button, please. There's 17 of you guys in here. It looks like the pussy pack is already in the house staring at my mug. Unbelievable. The best dramatic stream on YouTube. The one with the least viewership and the most exciting stream on YouTube. That's why they're here watching me. The loser that spends a Saturday night bashing toy companies, they're sitting here staring at me. Pathetic. Big Dog, how are you, my friend? Welcome. How are you?
I'm doing.
Welcome. Let's see who else is there. We got Thule on time for once. Look at this.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up?
Thule, what happened? They let you out of jail early today? Oh my God, Thule. Unbelievable. Who else? We got Rue.
Hello!
Also kind of early-ish. But then he'll disappear for the rest of the stream. As usual. Who else is in the house? Where those guys hit the like button, please. There's 22 of you guys in here. Thank you guys for being here. Don't forget to hit the like button. Trav, send me a pic. I want to see his wolf. Luch! I think actually he shared a video in the group. Go check the group, Ash. There's a video there. It looks. Let me tell you something. Another thing. Obviously, they're gonna paint the arms, right? Hot Toys paints the arms, gives it a beautiful skin tone, obviously to match the head sculpt. Well, as you guys know, Fisons are anemic, and his Fison swap is anemic. So you have Wolverine, right? You got Logan's head, right? Hugh Jackman's head with anemic arms that don't match the skin tone because they're the Fison and they're anemic, and it just doesn't work. It may work for everything else. For this one, doesn't work. And then you know what he said? That's why I create. Disgusting, guys. Disgusting. Tell him, Luch. Tell him. Guys, hit the like button. There's 21 of you guys in here. Thank you, everybody who hit the like button already. And have a beautiful Friday. Hope everybody's having a beautiful Friday. It is freezing outside, but we have a beautiful sky. I just walked in, and it was nice and clear. You can see the stars. You can see the moon. Kind of a full moon. Not 100%, but it's almost. Beautiful. Let's see who else is in here tonight. The hats comment is hilarious. The hands comment. Yeah, he's filthy. He's always doing some weird stuff. And thank you, Cassandra, for always telling us everything. Oh, man. Michael says, clean T800 shipped. Excited for them to arrive. If they're anything like BD, they're going to be amazing. Also, thank you for this, Michael, because also, guys, Present Toys T800, right? Future Warrior, the T800 Battle Damage, right? I want to say the Terminator 1 version? The Terminator 1 version just shipped from 16kid.com. So kids already sending out invoices and shipping. So for those who watch and listen to what I say, The only reason, obviously, you guys know I have, multiples of the Hot Toys. I have every single Hot Toys Terminator except obviously the older one. The only one I'm missing is the original T800 that Michael actually just recently got, the endoskeleton. He got me my Kyle Reese. So I'm missing the original T800 Arnold, right? The battle damage head sculpt, and then the endoskeleton, the original ones, and everything else I got. So the only reason why I ordered the present toys was because it came with a third head sculpt that is pretty close to, and it's supposed to be the one that Hot Toys first did for their T800 because they didn't have the likeness permission for Arnold. So I ordered it. You guys, again, I don't know if you guys have seen the originals, the original present toys T800s that already came out. They're not that good. The head sculpts are not that good at all. If you like it, good for you. They're not anywhere near what Hot Toys looks like. So I bought it for that third head sculpt again because I don't have the original T800, Arnold version that they made that's all battle damage. All you see is like his, destroyed face. So I'm excited for that. I believe it's also leather, if I'm not mistaken. So, overall, it's got to be a decent figure. It's not going to be anywhere near a Hot Toys figure, but it's going to be a decent figure. And that's the only reason why I got it. It's because I don't have the original one. Lucha, that Wolverine looks masterful and fast. Sees it in person. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Keep lying to him. Don't lie to the poor guy with his anemic arms. Unbelievable. Guys, there's 22 of you guys in there. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. Brad, this should get you to make. Don't do that. Stop it. Stop. Oh my God, Jason in the house. Look at this guy.
I'm doing.
Thank you, my friend. Great to watch you live. Thank you. I appreciate it, my friend. Thank you for being here. Like I said, last time I thought you were gone. I was like, oh, he quit. I haven't seen him in weeks. But thank you.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, you.
No, thank you, bro.
Thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, seriously, you.
No, seriously, thank you, bro.
No, for real, you.
No, thank you.
Jason, you got to pick a clip. Maybe this is your clip. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. I can't hit the like button again. No, just once. Everybody just hit the like button once. Let's see who else. We got Dream. Welcome, my friend. How are you? Welcome.
Hello.
Let's see. Also, Jason, I just remembered something. Since last time that you showed up, you said Mike brought me back. There's a possibility, at least it looks like it right now, that Mike will not be returning. Okay? It's looking that way. Again, I don't know why, but it's looking that way. He has, I told you guys this, I believe yesterday. I think it was yesterday. He hasn't read my messages in about almost 2 weeks now. He usually would take, 2 to 4 days to read it, depending on on the week. And so he hasn't read anything in about 2 weeks. So what that means is if I decide to stream tomorrow and I send him the link, he will not read it. Therefore, he will not show up. And so just giving you guys a heads up that Mike may be completely retired and no longer returning again from what it looks like right now. Not that I don't want him here, but not reading the messages. Obviously, he's not going to get the link to join the stream. So that may happen. So in case you guys are going to start wondering, oh, where's Mike? I just told you why. We got Albert in the house. Welcome, my friend.
I'm doing.
Welcome. Let's. Oh my God, this guy, unbelievable. Let's see. Oh my God, another one. This guy is insane. Faz, My fault. I collect Marvel. Is it my fault? I have 2 DC and Star Wars fig, and Marvel. No, it is my fault. I have all the DP Wolverine figs paid off, and you don't, baby. Well, that is true. Okay, I do not have. I still don't have my brown suit. I still don't have. What's the other one that came out? The Human Torch is paid off. Who else? Who else is coming? Blade is not paid off. Nice Pool's not paid off. Age of Apocalypse is not paid off. I think that's it. Yeah, so you are winning. You are winning, Ash. But when you get it, send me something. Don't be selfish all the time.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, you.
No, thank you, bro.
Thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, seriously, you.
No, seriously, thank you, bro.
No, for real, you.
No, thank you.
Receive the priority shipping. So the earlier you
Oh my God. Ash, that was for you. Unbelievable. We got Leo in the house. Welcome, my friend. Welcome, welcome.
I'm doing.
Unbelievable. Let's see. Fab's never polite to me. Always lying. Always lying. Damn. Yeah, I've been messaging him for a week. Like I said, it's been about 2 weeks now. The first Saturday, not last Saturday, the first Saturday, I messaged him. I said, hey, there's nothing to talk about, so I'm going to go on and talk about InArt, which is the stream that I literally spoke 3 hours about InArt. And so he read that one, right? So I told him obviously ahead of time so he wouldn't, come in because there's nothing to talk about. You guys know he doesn't care for InArt. And then also I think Father Predator was out. So, you guys know he doesn't care for Predator. He doesn't care for RoboCop. He doesn't care for Aliens. He doesn't care for any of that. So, or Back to the Future, right? The big guy piece. So, obviously I didn't think he was going to care about that anyway. So then the second Saturday, last Saturday, I was supposed to have the unboxing with Nefty, right? The 66 Bat Cycle. Nefty canceled. We still have to reschedule. I messaged Nefty. That's another one that's, unbelievably unreliable. So I messaged him and said, we're going to have an unboxing with Nefty. I said, you're not going to just sit there doing nothing while Nefty unboxes. So that was the second. That one he didn't read. He doesn't, after the first week, Saturday, he hasn't read anything. So that's what I'm saying. And then, like I said, we have to reschedule with Nefty. I messaged him directly. He read my message. Again, that's another one. He read my message. I don't even know what's happening. I don't even know if it's happening. I don't even know anything. So I don't understand how these people operate in this place. I don't understand how people go through life living like this without any decency of reading and returning a message. I can't. I don't know. I don't understand it. I will never understand it. It is crazy to leave somebody hanging, leave somebody on red and being like, see ya, like you owe them money or something. It is incredible. Should we call for help? Maybe he's in trouble. No, it says that he logs on. That's what I'm saying. He logs on to Messenger, which is how we talk. And, he goes on, you know what I mean? So that's how I know he's just not reading them. I'm not saying like he's an MIA. No, he goes on. He just doesn't read them. So like I said, even if I message him tomorrow with the link, I don't think he's going to read it. So I'm warning you guys, giving you a heads up that there's a possibility that he's just decided to quit and say, you know what? I'm tired of Hot Toys. I want to be the comic book veteran now. Rudy. If Mike quits, I quit. Hey, that's your problem. I'm just giving you guys the news, okay? I'm just sharing the news. You know. Did Mike Frozen? No, this was before the storm. This was before the storm. Maybe you guys volunteer in Minnesota wearing a vest and a mask. Can you imagine? Babo! Babo! Where's Babo?
How you doing?
Where's Babo? Let's figure that inner. Now, how about this one? How about this one? Your favorite.
The strands for the
Classic. Unbelievable. Let's see who else is in here. Let's see who else we got in the house. Oh my God, Jason, you're crazy. Jason, you're in that fucking wherever Michael Mo is here. To the Godfather. Thank you, my friend. Oh my God, you're insane, man. Thank you so much. This is insane.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, you.
No, thank you, bro.
Thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, seriously, you.
No, seriously, thank you, bro.
No, for real, you.
No, thank you.
That is unbelievable. Thank you. Fab, stop. Stop bullying Brad. Oh my God. Oh my God, Jason. That's wait. Did I did I just get him? Oh my God. But hey, I don't know. I don't know if he's an illegal immigrant from Bermuda. I don't know. But again, like I said, he logs on. He just doesn't read mine. And not just mine. Apparently, he doesn't read a lot of people's stuff. So again, he could be busy. So who knows? Nifty Unboxing got beat by a punch. Yeah, we were supposed to do it. I know we were supposed to do it last Saturday. He canceled for whatever reason, and here we are. Right? The hope one that he had gotten at first was perfect to do it live, to do it as soon as possible. But when you're unreliable, this is what happens. Again, it's his vehicle. It ain't mine. So it's the same to me. Who else is in the house? Guys, hit the like button. There's 25 of you guys in here. Thank you guys for being here. Oh, hey, just oh my God, that face. Rudy, did you block Mike? No. He didn't block him on Messenger. All right, guys, so let's get started. So we're going to start with Koon, which, as you can see, guys, the figure came out beautiful. Obviously, there's nothing that they could really mess up, unless you're, looking for little specific details that they could have messed up. But again, I doubt it. You don't have to worry about rolling eyes. You don't have to worry about his likeness or his appearance looking weird with rolling eyes. The figure looks incredible. The poses that they took pictures of for these pictures, incredible. They make the figure look that much more exciting, because this figure, at the end of the day, if you just look at it, in a basic pose, very blah. You know what I mean? It could just look, it's an alien with a brown robe, and that's it. Oh, so exciting. There's no, there's no armor. There's no shoulder pads. There's no knee pads. There's no, nothing that's going to make the figure, oh my God, look how cool that is. Anything battle-like, right? As every other Jedi, you get these Clone Wars gauntlets, right? So Mace Windu had it. What was the other one? The one with that looks like a squid. Oh my God, I forgot the name. Kid Fisto had it, right? So they're all coming with these gauntlets, and as you can see, he's got the wolf pack behind him. So that looks badass, right? This pose all together, this whole shot looks beautiful. As you can see, the posing again with the gauntlets. So I think if you guys pay attention to these pictures, they did a lot of shots with the gauntlets. Again, why? Because as a figure on its own, if you're going to have a movie version, it's going to be covered up with the robe, and that's it. But the reason why they do a lot of these shots from the Clone with the Clone Wars gauntlets is because it looks more exciting. And again, the poses make it look even more badass. So as you can see, you put these pictures up and the figure looks that much cooler because of the fact that now you got, the two other clones in the back. You got the gauntlets again that give it a little more badassness to it, right? A little more life to it, right? It's not so just a plain cloth figure. And again, in the robes, all that makes this figure is the head sculpt, and that's it. So it's not an exciting, see, here's my point right here. So there's nothing really exciting about this as a figure, besides the fact that, number one, he's a Jedi, right? You love the movies, you love episode 3, then obviously, if you're a fan, you're going to be collecting every single Jedi. So that's the whole point of the figure. But in the Clone Wars, though, as you can see, way more badass, way more, way better looking all around. But again, the poses make it really good. See, another shot of him wearing the Clone Wars armor because it looks better this way than just playing with the robe covered up, regular Jedi, style. See, way cooler, way better without the robe, way better with the armor on. Just more exciting figure. See, this is what I mean. Look how plain and blah that is. Again, besides the head sculpt, that's it. The hands, whatever, but it's the head sculpt. So if you're gonna display at episode 3, it's very blah, which I am. It is what it is. I don't have any of them with the Clone Wars armor at all. In the beginning, I believe when Mace Windu was coming out, I was like, oh, should I get 2 just for one look? And then, but I was like, is it really necessary? I was like, absolutely not. So that's why I didn't even bother. So everything's gonna be episode 3. Kit Fisto's episode 3. Plo Koon's going to be episode 3. Whatever other ones that come out, they're all going to be episode 3. Even though it looks like they're all going to come out with that armor, it's going to be all episode 3 anyway. So again, but look how boring, look how blah, right? No armor, no show. Again, that's what the Jedi is. So it's not like it's wrong. It's not like it's anything. It's just, it's not as exciting as it looks with the Clone Wars gauntlets. See, again, another pose. The poses look great. But him as a figure is very blah, right? Kit Fisto, a little bit more exciting, right? A bigger head, a different color, right? This, the fact that it's a little bit, brownish, right? It's not literally brown, but it's got that close tone of skin to the robe. It blends in too much, so it looks really just like a brown thing. So see, again, more badass with the Clone Wars stuff on it. Look at the poses again. So this is what makes it exciting, right? The Clone Wars, see? More Clone Wars. There's more Clone Wars shots of him than there are of episode 3, as you can see. Because again, there's not much showing with the episode 3 version, see? Just very blah, just very plain. But see, this is it right here. This is your Plo Koon in your episode 3 pose. Blah. Again, it's all this. This is what makes it right here. Look at the skin tone here. Look at the bottom of the undershirt here, right? Very close. So that's why it's not, it's very underwhelming. It's not really too crazy exciting. As you can see, very plain. Again, great figure. Looks incredible, but nothing that it's like, oh my God, this looks amazing. It is what it is with the figure, right? Again, look at that. Very, very blah. 2 Jedis. And again, nothing wrong with it. I'm not saying that, oh, this is not what the figure should look like. Absolutely not. This is what it is. There's nothing that, they did wrong. There's nothing that, but it's just a very plain figure. And like I said, the skin tones don't help. At least, like I said, Kit Fisto, look at that. You got a little contrast of green, the tones of green, and then you got the brown robe. It pops. You got the big ass eyes. Completely different. Look how much shorter he is than Kit Fisto as well. You got like half an inch in height. So it's going to be a smaller figure on top of being a brown figure. See? The posing. Beautiful. That's a great body that they gave it. You know what I mean? This body should be able to do whatever you want, any pose you want, any whether it's squatting, whether it's, see? Again, another one from the Clone Wars because this looks way better than with just the robe on. Here's another one. Beautiful shot. Look at the head sculpt. Again, the detail is insane. You could see, like, it looks like it could be veins or it could be that's just like what the details are on the head. very accurate, but it's just very blah. You know what I mean? So, but again, it's going to look incredible when every single Jedi gets made. I don't know how you guys are displaying yours. Mine are stuffed in my sardine case, looking beautiful, right? They can't breathe, but they look beautiful. So again, gorgeous as usual. Look at that pose again with the Clone Wars gauntlets on. This is a classy pose right here, probably when they're all together, sitting together or about to sit together. This looks like at when they're fighting the what do you call it? The droids, right? The B2 battle droids and the Geonosis droids from episode 2, I believe, the Attack of the Clones. I want to say that's where it's supposed to be from. Again, beautiful figure. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful figure. Look how classy that looks right there. Again, this one they actually did just the robe with the clones, which looks badass. Now here you got Clone Wars there. Just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Again, very basic. Nothing crazy about it whatsoever besides the head sculpt and the hands. But very, very classy. Look at that. Look at that. You could see like some patina on the mask, which is crazy. Now getting up close, you could see like the little shades of green, little hints and tints of green. Again, it could be lighting, but it looks like there's a little bit of green, like bluish green there. The lenses, right? The goggles. Just very, very good. Very, very, very good job. Again, Hot Toys doesn't really mess this up. In art, possibly, but Hot Toys doesn't. Sharp figure, classy figure, beautiful figure. Look at that pose. So the bodies, again, the bodies have to be on point to be able to do everything and anything you need it to do. But great, great figure. Who is not getting this figure or hasn't been getting any of the Jedis, please let me know, because I want to know who doesn't care for these Jedis. Even though when you have all the Jedis in your collection, it's going to look incredible. Having all of them is going to be such a badass look. And for the people who like make videos, like, you know, they do these poses and these scenes, when you have every single one together, it's going to look so badass. I'm telling you right now. It could be depression or something like that. What do you mean depression? What are you talking about? He and original trilogy pass. Yeah, but it may not be original trilogy, but episode 3, maybe just me. I tell you guys all the time, episode 3, I think was an amazing movie. I think that's out of all 3, the what do you call it? The prequels, I think episode 3 was the best one. So to have them all from that movie, epic. And remember, the best Anakin was from episode 3, right? That was the most badass. Even though in episode 2, you know, he went crazy killing the what do you call it? The Tusken Raiders, right? He still wasn't badass like he was in episode 3. So that's why, you know, you can't beat that movie. Again, for me, I love that movie. Separators and Juno's Attack of the Clones. Fab does Plo Koon have rolling, guys. He's got rolling nutsack. That's what he's got. A rolling nutsack. Unbelievable. Said I'm not. Oh man. Fab, he said guess. Oh man. Let me guess.
Don't worry, I'll wait.
Unbelievable. That's crazy. Who's gonna buy for Valentine's Day? Unbelievable. No respect. No respect, Bob. No respect. Also, thank you for reminding me. Thank you for reminding me. Huge, huge shout out to Jeremy Casa. For those who are in the group and follow my Facebook page and Instagram, you guys know what I'm talking about. He sent me, let me put this down. He sent me, let me show you what it is. So this is a Hot Toys 10th anniversary exhibition, the 1/6 scale Renaissance Decade Tokyo event. You can't get this anywhere. I don't know how the hell he got it. Says here not for sale, so you can't get this anywhere, right? Let me show you guys real quickly what it is. So one side you get this. It's like these, like, I don't know if they're stickers. I don't think they're stickers because I think, as you can see, it's got all these shapes. So I think you're supposed to make the figures like a little box out of these images. So you have War Machine, you have Black Widow, you have Mark 6, you have War Machine, and you have War Machine, Black Widow, Whiplash, and Mark 6, War Machine, Whiplash, and Black Widow. So you got those 4, right? So let me show you guys real quick. So this is the War Machine one. As you can see, like these things, like you could cut them out, and then I guess you fold them into whatever, and then you make a little thing out of it. So you got a few of them, right? So that's War Machine. This is the Mark. I thought it was Mark 6. No, it's Mark 4. I thought it was Mark 6. So this is Mark 4. So everything I'm assuming from Iron Man 2. Right, again, the little cutouts and stuff. Whiplash, same thing, and then you get Black Widow. So you get 4. Let me show you guys. So this is what it is, right? So again, I'm leaving everything in the box where it came in. But let me show you the rest of it, because this thing, I didn't expect this. He just offered it to me, which is really sick. And then the middle comes with, you get 4 pins, right? So you get a Hot Toys pin, you get a Movie Masterpiece pin, you get a M Icon pin, and you get a DX pin. So you get 4 pins, and then you get a mini Obama True Type Body keychain, which this is one figure that Hot Toys made it, one body that they made in 1/6 scale for you to customize, black characters if you wanted to. And I never bought a black body, and I wanted one so bad just for the Obama head. And again, this is years ago, and they were so expensive. It was like over $100 at the time. So I was like, I am not gonna, spend $100 just to have that Obama head. So I never bought it. I never got one. So the fact that he got me that, incredible. And then the last thing that comes on the other side is this map that you rotate. As you can see, you like take it out and you rotate it. I don't want to take it out. And you make it into, whatever it is that you're supposed to make it. But the whole thing like pops out, and then you get, it does whatever it's got to do. So again, I don't even know what that's from, but everything spins. It's got like 3 little circles that like you move around, and then let me show you. See, so each circle, this is a circle, that's a circle, this is a circle. And then as you can see, the back, it's got like a pin to hold everything together. So this is Pirates of the Caribbean little map thing from, it says DX Movie Masterpiece House in the back, coming soon. So again, this is all promo stuff for that, for the Tokyo show. But again, this came out of nowhere. I didn't expect this. He just literally said, hey, I got something that you may like. He literally said something for the God. So I was like, what is it? I said, how much is it? The most important question. And then he says, no charge. So that's why I want to thank him. I already posted it in the group and everything, but very, very appreciate it. That thing is, I will never open that. I will never get rid of that. I was going to put 2 pins. Like, for example, I have obviously these hats, these Hot Toys hats. This Movie Masterpiece, so I want to do the Movie Masterpiece pin put it on here with another one, and then on the Hot Toys hat, put the Hot Toys pin on there. But I don't even want to do that. I told the channel members that I wanted to do that, but Thule specifically said, no, just leave it, sealed. So I'm just going to leave it alone because, again, you can't buy that anywhere. You can't find that anywhere. And being the Hot Toys god, he knew that I had to have it. So I was very, very happy, very, very surprised, and very excited that he even offered me that, because he could have easily just not, you know what I mean? So the fact that he thought of me, the fact that he sent it to me, he didn't even ask me for shipping. He just said, I'll send it to you. Amazing, amazing, amazing person. So shout out to Jeremy Casa again. Yeah, Pirates. I forgot that it was in the back. Fab's thoughts on grading this gift. A 10. You get to 10. So, guys, our next topic. So, again, Plo Koon gets a 10 as always, as any other Jedi has gotten before. Also, another really exciting release, which, again, a lot of people don't really care for this in general. A lot of people didn't like Clooney as a Batman in general. But here he is. He actually looks really good. The mouthpieces look very good. The suit, very plain, but it looks good. The one thing that the suit looks like, it looks like the same material as the original Val Kilmer Batman Forever figure suit. So that suit has been, at least for mine, I didn't hear any complaints about, it peeling like the Batman Returns suit or anything like that. So the fact that they use that suit, thank God. So we don't have any issues with it. The cape looks very blah. They've used that material plenty before. It doesn't look like it's wired. I think it's just a drape cape. You get the specific weapons that he had in the movie, right? So you get that Batarang. Very basic. Again, nothing really to the suit besides the fact that you get the muscle all around it, right? You got the belt. Nothing, utility belt about it, just straight plain belt. Again, not that there's anything wrong with it, but this is what the suit was. And then remember that at the end of the movie, they all changed suits for the, it's like the ice suits that they put on, where they all three of them, Batgirl, Batman and Robin, and when they go get Mr. Freeze and the Riddler, then Batgirl went to get Poison Ivy, right? Because Bane, I think, was already gone. Bane was already, I think he had been tossed from wherever he fell from. So that would be a sick Bane, by the way. I would buy that Bane immediately. And I think somebody made it. Actually, yeah, somebody did make it. Third-party company made it with 2 sets of arms. The special edition arms, I think, were like this. And the other arms were just regular. So somebody made that. I don't even think I ordered that Bane, to be honest, and I got to go find it now somewhere. So again, very basic figure, as you can see. And the reason why I tell you guys that it's the same suit is because the original Batman suit folded just like this. Look at the folds here. So it's that same puffy material, not puffy, baggy material, again, for articulation. But what makes it is pretty much the mouthpieces. As you can see, the slightly open mouth. This is a little bit wider. Again, the cape, I don't know if it's wired. It could be. Actually, I think it looks like it is wired. I didn't see any videos on this, so I don't know. But here it looks like it's drape. Here it looks like it could be wired, but maybe not. So who knows? Who cares, right? This was the ice melting weapon that he used to defrost Robin when he got frozen. And again, nothing really to say about the suit. Very, very plain, very, very basic. Hopefully they end up making those frozen, those silver white suits from the last scene in the movie, which they would look so much better. The Batman symbol was literally all on the chest, right? You get the whole bat here, and then it was with the contrast. It was like, I believe he was black and white. So that would be a sexier suit than this, but it is what it is. It's still a Batman figure. If you're a Batman fan, you have to get every single Batman. Even if you dislike George Clooney as a Batman, you still the figure, the figure's always awesome. And Ernesto sent this. He told me to send this to Rudy earlier today because Rudy always likes all the credit. So he said, send it to Rudy. he said, send it to Rudy. So I said, Rudy, this is from Ernesto. So, because, now everybody knows that Rudy wants all the credit. So, as you can see, it looks like the same exact gauntlets as the Val Kilmer Batman, I think. I'm pretty sure, kind of like that. And then all the weapons, again, that he had throughout the movie. And I think the color of these are more from, that suit, right? The last suit from the last scene, which was the gray and black or the white and black. But again, even the base very blah, very basic, nothing crazy about it. But the figure, as a figure is beautiful. And you definitely see George Clooney with the mouth closed, with the mouth open, 100%. And remember, these figures now have the rolling eyes. Val Kilmer's figure didn't have the rolling eyes. He had the sonar, because remember that was the sonar suit. So he only had the sonar swap out eyes, and that was it. And Robin didn't have anything, going on for him at all. He just had hands and a base, and that was it. He didn't even have weapons, So here he got the little saw, which was in the movie when he was cutting up Poison Ivy's branches that they were attacking. I forget, they were wrapping around him, I believe. And so, but again, nothing really crazy about the figure. Again, just literally all black, not a single contrast of anything, not a single, pop of color of anything. So again, you're getting this because you're either like Clooney or you're a Batman fan, not because the suit is amazing, not because this is one of the best suits ever, not because the suit, I like him because of the suit. That's not true. Nobody likes this suit. Nobody likes this suit. At least I don't like this suit. And I'm not getting this figure for the suit anyway. I'm getting it because, I remember watching the movie a billion times. So I love the movies. Again, like I said, Bane. I completely I can't even tell you if I ordered Bane. I have to go check if I ordered Bane. And then obviously, last but not least, the one figure that I didn't expect to be so good was this guy. This guy, again, as you can see, completely different suit. You have a little pop with the red, which looks beautiful. And it pops way better, obviously, than Batman. It looks to me way better than Batman. He actually gets some weapons. He gets a decent amount of weapons now. He looks great with the weapons. And and the rolling eyes as well. One thing that I did see, so I didn't see any videos on the Batman figure. I didn't see any videos on the Koon figure. But the figure hideouts video of Robin is out. And I believe he did both of them together, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe that's why I didn't really remember seeing Batman. But the Robin, you actually take the goggles off, guys. You take the goggles off, and he's like completely empty in there, and then that's how you move the rolling eyes. That I thought was the coolest thing. I was like, oh my God, this figure looks way better than I thought. And actually, I told Carlo in the chat, and he said the same thing. He's like, that figure looks, he's like, I don't even like Robin, and the figure looks good. And I was like, there's something really sexy about the figure. Like I said, it's got to be the red and the black. Anytime you do red and black, white and black, yellow and black, anything with black, it always looks incredible. Let me see what you guys are saying. I would grab back. So would I. Absolutely. Alicia Silverstone. Absolutely. 100%. If there was no one wanted him yet, he sold that everywhere. Thank you. And that's what I mean. People love to talk shit because, the movie was terrible. I understand that some people have to attach the movies to the figures. I get it, right? Some people won't buy anything if they didn't like the movie. I get it. But if you're collecting toys, this figure is going to be sick. It's going to look incredible in your collection. Again, that pop of red makes that entire suit, because the Batman suit was very boring compared to this. These were not the sexiest suits. Again, the utility belts. There's nothing on them. There's nothing Batman about it besides the logo on it, right? The buckle's got the logo. That's it. So there's these suits are not, oh my God, this is amazing. Oh my God, this is so great. No, absolutely not. But that pop of red. So to me, this Robin looks way better than Batman. Way better than Batman. Way more exciting than Batman. And now you get weapons on top of that. So this figure, and another thing. So I had ordered. So I recently, literally within the past like 2 to 3 weeks, maybe a month, I had just recently ordered the Batman, the George Clooney Batman and Robin figure. I didn't order the Robin on purpose because I was like, oh, nobody's gonna want it again, because I know a lot of people hated the movie. I was like, oh, it's it's gonna sit. I'll get it, later on. Well, I forget. I want to say Ernesto. Somebody sent that it was waitlisted. Somebody sent it to me. I don't remember who it was. And I was like, are you kidding me? Because Ernesto always sends me like what's waitlisted and or what's about to waitlist. And which thanks to him, I ordered my Daredevil waitlisted. He sent me the screenshot of, low stock. And it was one of the figures that I didn't pre-order. Another figure that I didn't pre-order was the Stealth Captain America, the new one with the rolling eyes. I didn't pre-order that one, and I'm afraid it's gonna go waitlisted. But anyway, so I hadn't pre-ordered a Daredevil, and he sent me that low stock. I said, "Oh my God!" I said, "I haven't pre-ordered Daredevil." Boom, pre-ordered it literally the next day, waitlisted. I was like, "Oh, thank God." Then again, I don't remember who. It could have been Ernesto again. Sent me that it was that Robin was waitlisted. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" So I went online. I found the website, bought it immediately. $280, I want to say, or either 260 or 280, something like that. I think it was 280. And I bought it immediately. Paid off, thank God. So I'm most likely going to get Robin way before Batman, which I am perfectly okay with. Like I said, the Batman suit it is what it is, but this figure, like I said, looks way, way better than that Batman suit, 100%. The figures look great, but but like the Val Kilmer one, this will be a pass. I may get Robin. No, the Robin pops. The Robin pops 100%, and now we got the rolling eyes for his head sculpt. Sick. The CC is fun, right? The credit card's cool. I think that's like the most exciting thing of the Batman, because the weapons even look crappy. You know what I mean? So that credit card is like the cooler thing of it. I would grab a Batgirl, absolutely, 100%. I recently added most of her official movie posters to my collection. I also bought 2 variant United Kingdom quad size, the house-made posters. Nice gift. Will look superb in your pantry. In your pantry. No respect. No respect. Yeah, Rudy. So say thanks to Ernesto for that. Yeah, this Robin suit is way better than Batman. Absolutely. Again, to me, you guys don't have to agree. You can love Batman all you want. This Robin suit to me is way better. Why the hell, Robin? Exactly. That I didn't expect that at all. At all. But he came out really good. I'm telling you, he came out very or as usual, it could be Sideshow creating FOMO and making people feel like, because again, he looks great. So it could also be Sideshow saying, we're going to make you, beg for it now. You guys didn't want it. You had it sitting there all this time. Now that it's released, we're going to make you beg for it. So that's a possibility too, right? Doesn't mean that they're all sold out. Again, Carlo just said that. I don't know. I haven't seen it. Because again, I was able to get it today. But the fact that it's waitlisted, again, it could be the FOMO game that Sideshow plays all the time, or people actually said, wow, it looks really good, which again, it does. It looks really good. Let me go get it. So those 2 scenarios are possible. Looking forward to getting this Robin and Batman to have every movie. Right. That's what's exciting too. Right. So you have 89 You have 92. Then you have Val Kilmer Batman Forever. Now you have Batman and Robin. And then, we have the Dark Knight. We have the Dark Knight Returns. We have Batman Begins. We have 22 Batman, Robert Pattinson Batman. So we have 66 Batman and Robin. So it's cool. Like if you have everything, it's cool. You know what I mean? Especially if you guys have these muscle racks and you have them all, next to each other like that, or you have, you use risers or whatever, having the entire Batman, legacy there, starting from 66 all the way up to 22. Oh, don't forget BVS Batman, right? Ben Affleck, Justice League, Nightmare Batman. Like we have, for Batman fans, should have everything. So that's exciting to see them all, like all the movies, all the movie characters, right, next to each other. That looks beautiful. And somebody's going to show a picture or make a video of all of them together, guaranteed. Guys, hit the like when there's 26 of you guys in here. Thank you guys for being here. Do not be a roach on the stream, you roach. Brainless Robin. Disgusting. Hustles, how are you, my friend? Welcome.
Hello!
Welcome. Fabs hooked me up with a scored xenomorph. See? Don't ever sleep on what I say. You better start listening to what I say. When I say something, I don't call myself the God for nothing. When I tell you guys something and you choose not to listen, that's your fault. Because you know what I do all the time?
Let me repeat for the fucking billionth time.
So, if you missed out, it looks like I said, you got Toys for Kiddles, which you're going to probably pay, a little bit more, but you have my coupon code. eBay, Mercari, trying to think where else. Underground. You could still search. I mean, you definitely can find it on eBay and Mercari and Toys for Kiddles, guaranteed. But you're gonna have to pay a little bit. So it comes down to how much do you really want it now? You know what I mean? That's it. Do you want it that bad? Then guess what? You're gonna pay, whether it's $50 more, $70 more, $100 more, right? It comes down to now, how bad do you want it? If you really don't care for it, since you didn't pre-order it, like I warned you guys to do so, then do you really care for it? That's the question now. Because let me tell you something, I will never sleep on any of them, ever, because I know what it is. So me telling you this over and over and over and over, and you still said, nah, fuck it, I'll risk it. Here we are now. You know what I mean? And that's what happens. Those things don't sit. They will never sit. Again.
Let me repeat for the fucking billionth time.
Terminator, RoboCop, Back to the Future, Alien, Predator. Don't sleep on any of that. Ever. You see an item from that line, from any of those lines, go up for pre-order, immediately. Do not even think about, I'll get it next month. Immediately. Because guess what? Once you have it pre-ordered, whatever happens after that will not affect you because it's already pre-ordered. It's already unlocked. It's in your account, period. Nobody can take it away from you now. But if you don't do that, here we are, So that's why I tell you guys, if you guys like those lines, don't sleep on any of that stuff ever, because this is what happens. And now, not now, it's always happened, but, you have a lot of people, like I said, always buying things just to resell, because a lot of people are just in this community doing that. They don't really care about collecting anything. They buy figures to sell, to make, whether it's $50, $60, any profit on these figures, because it's easy money. especially these lines. Like I said, anybody who missed out, if you really want it, you have to go overpay for it regardless. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, you're going to overpay. Unless you get very lucky where somebody says, I just want my money back, which again, you have to have Down syndrome to do something like that if you know what you have in your hand. So that's the problem. Movie was not terrible, just cheesy, like Arga Grenold was very cheesy. Arga Grenold. I don't even know what that is. Arga Grenold? What is that? Arga Grenold. Yeah, it was a different style, right? It wasn't like a serious movie like for example, Batman Begins, The Dark Knight Rises, 22 Batman. Right, it wasn't those type of movies. It was a completely different take on Batman. So, but again, I watched those movies, Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. I watched both of those movies 1 billion times each. 1 billion. So, it would be great if for Batman Forever they made Two-Face and the Riddler, and it would be great if they made for Batman and Robin, Poison Ivy, Poison Ivy, Bane, and what do you call it? Who was the other one? Poison Ivy, Bane, and obviously they made what's his name? They made Mr. Freeze, right? So it would be great if they did Bane. Obviously, we got third party. The only one missing now would be Poison Ivy. If anybody's gonna make it, most likely gonna be third party, which again would be cool to have everybody. And then for third party already did also. I just remembered the Riddler and Two-Face. I think a few times actually third party has made those figures, which I never got them because they always look crappy. But obviously Hot Toys, if they did them, they would be epic. And now with the rolling eyes and all that stuff, they would be incredible. So that's why I didn't bother buying the third party ones, because I'm like, one day Hot Toys will make them. Like they're going to be making the Penguin, and they're going to be making Catwoman for Batman Returns. Remember that. Guys, hit the like button, please. There's 26 of you guys in here. Do not be a roach. It was you. That's what I thought. I told everyone in the chat this morning. But yeah, that's what I figured. I thought it was you, but I couldn't remember because, like I said, Ernesto sends me, he wakes me up. He calls my phone at 3 o'clock in the morning because in California it's only 12. So he calls my phone. He's like, hey, you wake up, it's waitlisted or it's low stock. And I'm like, Ernesto, I got to go to work. And he's like, no. You don't understand. I'm just kidding. He doesn't do that. Imagine, Ernesto, I would block you. Not me on the Robin. Did not know you wanted nipple. Don't be disrespectful. This pair not the lazy system. Stop it. So so I went right away, bought my Robin figure just so I wouldn't be. And another thing that worried me is if you guys pay attention, what's been happening with DC, it's been selling out. Okay, DC stuff is gone. Somebody go find me an Armored Batman. You're not going to find one unless you go to Mercari or eBay or overpay somewhere else. You're not going to find them anywhere. They're sold out everywhere. That Batman, the Batman Returns, right? That the comic book version. Can't really find it anywhere. I think Toys for Kiddles has it. I think maybe Pop Collectibles may have it. But again, you're overpaying for these things. They're not for retail anymore. So that's what's happening with DC. The Batman Armories, whether it's the Rises or the Dark Knight regular, the Cage or the acrylic, can't find them anywhere. I can't find them anywhere. I need the Cage one. And I was telling the members chat, it's gonna be painful buying the Cage again. I have the first Cage with Michael Caine's Alfred Pennyworth. And the suited Batman, the suited Bruce Wayne, and the Batman suit in it. I have that one. The only reason why I want the updated one is because obviously I need the updated Bruce Wayne in that suit. Obviously the tailoring on that suit, the whole new material of the suit, completely different than the original one. It just looks incredible, right? The rolling eyes, head sculpt for Bruce Wayne, everything. So that's why I need it. I only need it for the suit. So can you imagine? I'm not going to display another Batman armory. I already have one displayed, which is I don't even have the Hot Toys display. I have a third-party one displayed. So I really don't need that Batman armory because it's going to sit in the box for the second time. Because the original one is in the box right now. I just have the figures out. So to spend $600 plus on one figure because of the suit, you know how much that hurts? I still got to do it, but it sucks. Send live stream links to oh my god. He would get blocked by YouTube. Guys, hit the like button, please. There's 26 of you guys in here. Do not roach on the stream. Ron, Batman, Mother of Batsies. Juanito Cubero, welcome. Happy Friday.
I'm doing.
His cape is supposed to be red on the inside. Again, we know that Hot Toys does not give us the best capes. That's why we keep Jackson Shu in business. Jackson Shu has been in business for years making capes for that reason, because Hot Toys does not give us capes for any figure, right? They don't make. Now they're getting a little bit better, right, with the wiring work and the materials. Again, they're not the greatest, but they're better than they were before. Especially if you have like the older figures, like the old, the original DX Batmans and stuff like that. Those capes were complete garbage. So that's why people like Jackson Shu are in business. I don't know if you guys remember back then, Tony May, right? Tony May was in business. I don't know what he's been doing for years now, but he was also making, custom capes and stuff like that, because I bought from him as well, again, years ago. So these people make a business out of, customizing these capes because they know that Hot Toys' capes are always trash. Now, when it comes to the accuracy of the color, if the capes are trash all around, why would they even bother getting it accurate? You know what I mean? Because they know that most likely somebody's going to get rid of it and get a custom cape anyway. So that's why they don't even bother. And again, it's not a figure that needs to be 100% accurate, especially the Robin. Like I said, everybody's surprised that thing is waitlisted. That's what I'm saying. It's a Sideshow messing around with us. Is it really that it's gone? Because who expected a Robin to be sold out?
Don't worry, I'll wait.
Nobody expected Robin. The last Robin sat in the bargain bin. I don't even know if he's still available. He may still be available in the bargain bin on Sideshow. So who really cares for Robin? So that's what I'm saying. So it's not a figure that, they're going to spend all this time on, that they're going to give you accuracy on. Again, nobody would really care because they know that nobody is going to want this figure, anyway. But that's why it's shocking that it's even waitlisted to begin with. So that's the thing, you know what I mean? Anything's possible with Sideshow. But don't sleep on the fact that maybe, again, Jackson Shu can make it. Topo's making their old stuff now. Kelly Studio is making their stuff now. So, we got so many people now making custom stuff that Hot Toys, doesn't really have to worry about making all these things amazing and perfect and accurate to that matter, because they know that a lot of people will go buy the perfect one anyway. Oh, Dave, you're back. Welcome.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up?
Hey, just pre-ordered Batman C800. Great figure. Where'd you order from? Sideshow? Because I think they're gone there, so you must have ordered it somewhere else. But that's a great figure. They shipped from Sideshow. Michael started getting his, I believe, his shipped last week. So they started shipping from Sideshow last week, I believe. At least some of them. Let me know where you ordered from. I have the whole Batman movie collection, including the Batman and Robin Mr. Freeze will surely sell out. Oh, that Mr. Freeze is gone. I can tell you that right now. that Mr. Freeze will be sold out everywhere. Everywhere. Again, the fact that it's a brand new figure, a brand new body, a brand new style of figure, Arnold figure, right? I think it comes with the rolling eyes, if I'm not mistaken. So everything about it. Remember what I told you guys. Anytime there's a brand new body, usually those figures disappear. You know, it's a brand new thing. It's, you know, they don't make a ton of them. So DC, again, not from the greatest movie at all, but figure wise, it's something very different, very special, very new, very different. Jazzing has plans for a Poison Ivy figure. Oh, do they? I didn't even know that. I had no idea. But again, what can you expect from that? That's what I'm saying. The Catwoman, you know, we're expected a delay of 35 billion years now because of the 13 bodies that they're trying out. So think about that. If a Catwoman that is literally a skin-tight suit on top of a Phison, a Poison Ivy is more intricate than that. A Poison Ivy, you got the green, you got the leaves, you got the mask with all the, you know, the leaf design, you got all these different things, you got her little thing coming over her hand, right, part of the cloth outfit. It's going to be even harder for them to make something like that. So if we're getting 35 billion year delay for a Catwoman that is very, very simple as a figure all around, what do you think is going to happen with a what do you call it, with a Poison Ivy?
Don't worry, I'll wait.
It's going to be like, guys, we'll see you in 2065 because we're trying 17,000 bodies for this. It's a joke. Fez, not they underneath Robin 2.0. Oh my God.
Y'all don't ever disrespect me.
Disgusting. Bane, I will regret not getting Bane. I never saw it on Sideshow until it was too late. Yeah, Bane from The Dark Knight Rises, I didn't pre-order because I was like, it'll be there. I'll wait. And that's when I started noticing all the DC shit's going. Everything DC is disappearing. So if somebody's looking for DC shit, the Scarecrow figure, that head sculpt of the actor, Cillian Murphy or whatever his name is, don't sleep on that. If it's available right now and you're looking, you think you're gonna want it, get it immediately. It's gonna sell out. They've never made that head sculpt ever. They've made a Scarecrow once before, came in the double pack of the Demon Batman Begins Batman. They never made anything besides. I remember it came with the straight jacket and all that stuff. They only made one Scarecrow. Now you got a Scarecrow with a head sculpt and the mask. No more straight jacket. He just comes with a suit. Do not sleep on that figure. It's going to be gone. So I didn't pre-order the Bane thinking, oh, it'll sit. Completely didn't think about the whole, you know, seamless arms and the updated body and all these things. Gone. I was going crazy until Brandon was able to he got one. I overpaid for it. He didn't give it to me for retail whatsoever. Obviously, he has to make money too. But it wasn't like I didn't feel like, oh man, he killed me with that. Absolutely not. You know what I mean? So I want to say I paid something like $380 for it. I think it was like $380. There was definitely an 80 in there somewhere. I want to say $380 because it was already going for like over $400 if I'm not mistaken. So he gave it to me for $380. And if it wasn't for him, I would have had to overpay even more. And I overpaid. I didn't pay retail for it. So that's when I started noticing, wait a minute, why am I overpaying for something that just came out? And if you notice, once it was gone, it was gone. It wasn't like, oh, look, there's another batch coming out. They got them back like they just did the Deadpool figure, that special edition figure, right? That's what I'm saying. That's what kills the value with the Marvel stuff. For some reason, they always do that with Marvel. Marvel always comes back. Once they're gone for a while, oh, they're back in stock. DC doesn't really do that. So I don't know. I don't know why that happens. Guys, there's 28 of you guys in here. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. No, his cape was all black in the movie. Again, I don't even remember that. So either way, you know, the Hot Toys, if it's really necessary, they'll do it. If it's not, they know people aren't gonna. There was another figure that they made that the cape wasn't accurate. Which one was it? I don't remember. There was another figure that they made that everybody was like, "Oh, the cape's not." I forget what the hell it was. I can't even think of the figure right now. But they, it's not the first time they've done that. Their capes are not the best anyway. So then again, look at the pig. Maybe there was red in it. Yeah, no, I don't remember. Again, I don't remember. I don't remember the cape. I always thought that it was, it was all black. But if it was red, then it was red. No Sideshow. It's still there. Okay, it's still there. I thought it were gone. I'm not getting until April, June. No, you probably get it way before that. The only problem you're gonna have is if it doesn't ship before Hot Toys' New Year, then you may get it delayed. But there's no reason. Like I said, they started shipping. Michael just got his sent to him last week, so he should be getting them very soon, sometime next week. And his T800s, not the Battle Diamonds, the regular ones, also just shipped for him. So he'll definitely get them by the end of next week. So you may get it pretty soon, sooner than you think, probably. Let's get fast 22K subs. Yeah, guys, I'm almost at 22K. I'll be at 100K very soon. Don't sleep on this funky channel. Congrats, you're catching up with some other Hot Toys YouTuber. Hey, I am not competing with anybody but myself. The other YouTubers are a bunch of bums anyway. Okay? So I am in my own world right now. Okay? Gods don't chase bums and roaches. Okay? Wayne, how are you, my friend? Welcome.
Hello!
Welcome. Happy Friday, my friend. Yeah, Bane is going out for 7. There you go. That's what I'm saying. So Brandon, even though Brandon, I overpaid Brandon for it, he still didn't kill me with that. And so now I don't sleep on any of the DC figures. Even the Batman, I told you guys, the Dark Knight Returns Batman, right? The comic book, the Fat Batman. I didn't pre-order that because I was like, it's not really exciting. And I said it, and I will always say it. The suit is all cloth, nothing really exciting about it. Obviously, the what drew people to it was the whole Frank Miller thing and coming from the comic and all that stuff. So I didn't read the comic, so I didn't really care. But then I saw the hype of it, and I was like, let me see what it's about. So I ended up paying $400 for that thing. When it was, whatever it was, 2 something from Sideshow. So, obviously plus tax and shipping and tariff would have been 3 and change, $340 maybe. But I ended up paying $400. And again, I feel the exact same way. It's a nice figure. It's a big body. It's a bulky body. It has presence. It's got the funky cowl because it's got the little short, tiny ears. So it's okay, right? It's not the most amazing Batman, but because of what people were saying, I was like, I want to see what this is about. I could have been perfectly fine without that figure. You know what I mean? I didn't need the figure, but it is what it is. Darth Malachis, welcome.
Hello!
Daredevil Born Again is waitlisted already. Yep. Happened last night. Moon Knight's cape is superb. Yeah, but no, that cape is, it's funky too. It's really big and really funky. I don't even think it's wired. Is it wired? I don't even think it's wired. Actually, I think it is wired now that I'm thinking about it. Hopefully they'll update it with the artisan version, but who the hell knows? Mr. Freak's regular edition is already sold out, and Sideshow Deluxe still open for pre-order, which is weird. I never understand that. I don't even understand how people. Again, if you got to pay for the deluxe a little bit extra, then I get it. But a lot of the times, the collector's edition always disappears first, which I would always think, why would you not get the deluxe? But it is what it is. I'm going to unsub and resub to help. He said, "You're welcome." Unbelievable. He said, "You're welcome." Fazzer comes next in DP line. Blade, nice full AP Wolverine. Look at the dates, and it'll be in that order. Like I said, most likely Blade, then probably. because I don't remember who was announced first. I don't remember if it was Nice Pool announced first or Age of Apocalypse Wolverine. So it's gonna be Blade, or at least it should be Blade. Then either one, right? But the thing is this. Nice Pool only came in sculpted hair. Obviously, that's an easier figure to make over an artisan figure. Remember, Age of Apocalypse was only artisan, and Nice Pool was only sculpted. So if they're not in that order, for example, right, you got Blade, that was supposed to be released first. Then let's say, for example, Nice Pool is next, and then Age of Apocalypse. Again, I don't know the dates. So if anything changes, right? If they flip it, let's say, oh, we're gonna do Age of Apocalypse first, right? That doesn't make sense because it's an artisan figure; it's harder to make. But if it does happen, it's because it's a limited run of that figure, right? So they only made a certain amount of that figure. Nice Pool wasn't limited, so obviously, most likely they're going to be making more, depending obviously on how many orders they got. So that's the only thing, right? The only thing that could change is if the schedule changes, if one comes before the other, that wasn't supposed to happen, it's going to be the Age of Apocalypse, because again, it's a limited run of those figures. It's not your standard release. And the fact that it's artisan, like I said, they usually should take longer because you're actually sitting there, putting the hair on rather than just sculpting it like, with the entire head sculpt. So that's the only thing. But Blade Blade is just standard release. I don't think they made that many, but again, it's a Marvel figure, so you don't even know. But Blade should be next. 100% should be next. So it's either going to be Blade or it's going to be Nice Pool, but I have a feeling it's Blade. And the only reason why I mentioned Nice Pool is because, again, it's a sculpted hair head sculpt, not an artisan head sculpt. So I expect the artisan one to take longer than anything sculpted. PAS Wolverine Deluxe in seconds. Oh, nice. Look at this guy. 13-month member. Unbelievable. Awesome.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, you.
No, thank you, bro.
Thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, seriously, you.
No, seriously, thank you, bro.
No, for real, you.
No, thank you.
Play the clip fast. Which clip? This clip?
The priority shipping. So the earlier you
Oh my God. Disrespectful. Disrespectful. Is that the clip you're talking about, Michael? There's just too much stuff that I want right now with very limited space. So pre-ordering has been challenging. Got to make sure I make the right decision without giving too much. It comes down to, at the end of the day, what you like the most, right? It is not easy to constantly get everything. Everything is very expensive. The frequency of these announcements, the frequency of these releases, it is very tough. I tell you guys all the time, I suffer. Like I tell you guys, if it wasn't for Michael, my collection would be even more behind. He has helped me out with a bunch of figures, more than anybody ever. Okay, William has helped me. You guys know William used to help me a lot. He retired. Then Michael came in, started helping me big time, get figure after figure after figure, completing lines for me that obviously I would have taken forever to, because again, it gets to a point where, all right, like, of course I need this, but this is better, right? This is more important for my collection than this. So this has got to take the back burner. I got to go get, so that's what happens, and it sucks when you go from getting everything like I used to get. You guys know I used to get everything. I used to get cases of everything because there weren't that many announcements and releases per year. Now it's a different world. Now we're getting, tons of comic. We're getting tons of video game. We're getting tons of MMS. We're getting artisan, right? Artisans are not cheap. I have every single artisan so far. So that, it's double what a figure used to be. So all those things, you have to take all those things into consideration. For example, Black Widow only came in artisan. If you want a Black Widow, you're gonna have to pay the artisan price, even if you don't like it, like Mike did. Mike bought the artisan because there's only one Black Widow to get. You guys know he doesn't care for artisan. You guys, he would have gotten the sculpted version if they had made one. But there was no sculpted version, so you have to now overpay for something that you really don't care for. Obviously, I don't care for the fact that it's artisan because I like the artisan. So it's not that, but it's just the money adds up and it just keeps adding up and adding up and adding up. So when you have 3 releases a day, for example, today, Koon, Batman and Robin. Some people bought all 3. A lot of people wish they bought all 3. You can't, so you got to pick. All right, I'll take Koon. I don't really care for Batman and Robin. Maybe I'll get them later on. That's what happened. So you personally, for yourself, have to decide what matters to me. What matters? What is what my collection? What I want in my collection. Period. That's what it comes down to. Obviously, if we were all rich, we would all get everything. But it's not, it's not like that. It's not the same game anymore as it was, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, 8 years ago, 9 years ago. Nowhere near the same. And remember, Hot Toys is lazy. Disgusting. He said absolutely. Look what they did to my my boy. Gerardo, welcome. How are you? Nice to see you.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up?
Hello, collectors. Got my Robin incoming from overseas incoming. Only purchased from the most trustworthy TW. Oh, you ordered. So you probably ordered from Toys Assemble. So they've been pretty good, actually. They've been very good to people. For TK, shout out to TK. He's been getting their stuff from them, his stuff from them. They ship very quickly. The figure comes out. He has it literally within like a couple of days. So he hasn't had an issue. They started sharing his stuff on their website. For example, he'll share like a short or whatever on his Instagram, and they'll share it on their story. So he's getting a little clap from that as well. So they've been very good. I haven't heard any complaints really about them whatsoever. Pop Collectibles still get their complaints here and there. But again, I haven't really heard anything crazy about Pop Collectibles either at all, really. Besides, the usual people from the past saying, this happened to me. Even though recently, we went over a couple of complaints. But again, is that happening to a lot of people? I don't know. I don't think so. So Toys Assemble they're doing very well so far. Anything could change, just like Toys Wonderland. People were loving Toys Wonderland until they weren't, So that's what sucks about it. Just if you think that you could hold off from pre-ordering from these websites and just order when the figure's out, then you should be safe. The problem is pre-ordering, a figure that's a year out, and then you're screwed. So if you're able to get the figure, once it's out, then you should never have a problem. Because even if they give you the runaround, obviously, if you're going on 20 days of the runaround when the figure's been out for 20 days, there's a problem, you can get your money back. But if you order a figure a year ago, the figure comes out today, and they give you the runaround, what are you going to do? You can't do shit. That's the problem. So as long as you guys order, within the time frame of being able to get your money back from PayPal, there should be no issues. And it looks like that's what a lot of people are doing. For example, like I said, TK is not pre-ordering anything. The figure comes out, boom, he places his order. 2 days later, he's got the video up. So, how can you really go wrong doing that? Obviously, he's paying a premium for that, because anybody that orders like that is paying a premium 100%. Right? Remember, the whole point of getting them that fast is to make your video. Obviously, not everybody, but a lot of people that want to pay that premium is because they're planning on making the money off of the video that they make from getting it that early to get the views, because not everybody's going to get that figure that early. You know, so they say, you know what, I don't mind paying the extra 30, 40, $50, whatever it is. I'm going to make that money back, hopefully, in the video once I make it. You know, but if you're just buying figures for your collection, it is not worth overpaying, you know, constantly. I mean, obviously, if you have it like that, then God bless, you know, do it all you want. But if you're picking and choosing, even if you're picking and choosing figures, the figures to get, to constantly keep overpaying, and remember now, add tariff to that. You know, I believe they charge you shipping. I'm pretty sure they charge you shipping. Toys Assemble charges you shipping. They charge you the premium, shipping, and tariff. I had ordered from them one time, and obviously those before the tariff, so they weren't charging tariffs, but they charged me. I'm pretty sure there was shipping, and then like I said, from one day to another, the figure went up like $5, $6, and I was like, oh, I don't like this shit. So that's why I never ordered from there again, because I had been given a price, and then when I went to check out, it was like a different price, and I was like, oh, I'm good. I paid it anyway because I got the figure, but I was like, I'm good. Because once I stopped playing around like that, I'm like, why did the money go up? Why did the bill go up if it's, you know, there's no reason to? So I didn't like that. You got a coupon? No, I don't. I called them. I had emailed them and asked them for one. And what they had given me was a link. They gave me a link and they said, you know, when this is what we offer, right? You get $5 off. The problem with that link is that you have to have, you know, it's a one-time use link only. So you have to make, if you want to use it every time, you have to make a new account every time, which is retarded. So that's why I didn't even bother. I you know, when I first got it, I told everybody, but nobody used it because it's, you know, why would every time you're going to make a new account to get that $5 off, it's not even worth it. So that's why I never offered it to anybody. But they gave me one. But you have to have a new account every time you make it. If the previous Robin is still there and even has a lower price at Sideshow. What do you mean? You're saying if it's there, or you're saying that it's there? Somebody check to see if it means that it's still there, the old Robin from Batman Forever. Because like I said, I'm pretty sure that was not, I'm pretty sure. I know for a fact that stayed in the bargain bin forever. I just don't know if it's still there. And I'm pretty sure it still is. So let's go back to Robin. So again, the weapons look sick on the hands. As you can see, he's got his own batarangs now. He's got all the weapons from the movie, which again, the original one came with nothing. The Forever one came with nothing, literally nothing, just a couple of hands. Like I said, you get the rolling eyes now. See, you give him some action with his own weapons, which again, very exciting. At least you give him something to hold, right? No Diddy. So he's got his own little red batarang, which again, very cool. The colors, like I said, is what makes this figure. As you can see, they're showing you his rolling eyes there, right there. He's looking to the right. It looks like it's the exact same head sculpt as the original figure that they gave us, the original Robin. But again, they just modified the goggles to give us the rolling eye feature. I don't think this figure, you know, at least I'm assuming it shouldn't be that much bigger than the original ones, but they could be, right? I tell you guys all the time, anytime we have a brand new figure with rolling eyes, the bodies are different. The bodies are bigger, slightly bigger than your older figures, because they have to be, right, to accommodate the rolling eyes from moving. Because remember, if you get an older figure with rolling eyes, right, the eyes are going to be that much smaller, so it's going to be a pain to constantly move them around. So they have to make the head sculpt a little bit bigger to then give you a slightly bigger eyeball, so you have a little bit of control over it. So from that, I would assume that it has to be a little bit bigger, but I don't think so. I don't think they're going to spend money on something that was sitting in the bargain bin. I think they just modified the eyes, but again, we'll find out when we get it in hand. So here's the ice melting gun. Here's his batarang again. He looks sick with those rolling eyes. I'll tell you that right now. The rolling eyes make this figure that much better. So much better. Again, here you got another shot of him holding these weapons. I forgot what these weapons did. I don't remember what these were. Were these to climb on the ice? I don't remember. You got the gauntlet again, very basic gauntlets, nothing exciting about that. Here, look at the bunch up with the suit right here. I told you guys that same rubber suit from the first Robin and the first Batman Forever figures. But it looks great. Looks really, really good. Again, here's a close-up. Look how sick that looks. Again, the rolling eyes, I think, make this entire figure on top of, obviously, the pop of the red. But the head sculpt, it doesn't look that much bigger than the original one. It shouldn't be, but we'll find out, like I said, when it's in hand. He's got the claw here. Right, looks like a brass knuckle. And here you are with both, really basic. These are the old school. I don't know if you guys remember. These were the original Joker bases. They used to light up. These things here, these used to be bulbs. They used to be little bulbs, and you had to switch back here. So you would turn the switch, and these things will light up. And like I said, the original Jokers, right? The Mime Joker, I believe, came with it. The original DX Joker came with it. Jack Nicholson Joker. The Batman 89, I believe, also came with one of those bases. Definitely the Batman Returns Batman came with, because I know that for a fact they came with like a pre-lit, a light up function. But then they started still giving us these big ass squared bases, but they started removing the light up functions of them. So I think that's a waste of space. These they're very boring. They're very big for no reason, take up a lot of room for no reason. So I don't care for those bases. At least with the light up function, they were a little bit more exciting because it was cool. You had the light up feature there. Now you don't even have that. So here's a beautiful pose. But again, very, very basic overall, right? Very basic. Again, more exciting than the Batman figure, 100%, but very basic. See, you get the bunching up of the suit again here because that rubber suit, again, very cheap rubber suit, nothing fancy about it. But I can tell you it's not going to peel, or at least it shouldn't peel like the Batman Returns figure suit that everybody's complaining about right now. Not everybody, but whoever's crying about it because it's peeling. Like Albert. He could fix it, but he won't fix it. But he's crying, but he won't fix it. But he won't get a new one. But he won't fix it. Look how good that looks. That looks really, really, really good. The eyes look sick. Again, when I saw the figure hideout video, they removed this whole thing. I was like, no shit. That's how you do it this? Because I was like, oh, are they going to give us another hook to get in there? Nope. You remove that. Probably magnetic. You move the eyes around, you push it back in, and there's your rolling eyes feature. Batman's got to be, you probably remove the mouth plate and then you get under there. Again, I don't remember seeing the rolling eye feature for Batman. I don't know what was going on. I wasn't paying attention for the Batman. I just thought this was more exciting. And here's the heat laser gun, again, for the ice when they were melting. They were trying to melt the city when Mr. Freeze froze it. And then they realized that they couldn't do it. So they used that whole huge, laser thing with the diamonds to use the satellites to start melting the city. I'm telling you, I remember that movie like I saw it last night. I watched it so many times. Here he is with those spikes again, those brass spikes, I call them. And again, you get the little logo, same thing that you got with the original ones, right? You got the Robin logo on here, you got the Batman logo on the boots, most likely the same exact boots that they reused from the original figures, guaranteed, most likely. That's what I'm saying. I don't think these figures are going to be that much bigger than the original ones, because then they did not make you a bigger boot than the original ones. I can tell you that right now. It's not worth it for them to do that. So they most likely reuse the same molds for both boots. Again, the same suit. Obviously, they had to change the suits because they had to make new molds. As you can see, the abs alone, they're not the same. But they didn't, they didn't spend a lot of money on this stuff. I can tell you that right now. Definitely not. Here, see, they look really good together. Like I said, the Robin, I like the Robin way better than the Batman. But obviously, who's going to collect the Robin without the Batman? Nobody. But that looks really good. Really, really, really good. And people still make fun of the nipples. Like, I never even, like, you know what I mean? Like, that was never a thing to me. Like, I never, like, when the movie came out, I was like, oh, my God, look, nipples. Like, what? But everybody makes fun of that. I don't understand why. But again, the suit, beautiful, beautiful contrast. Look at that red. Look at that bright red. Again, very basic gauntlets. Nothing fancy about the figure whatsoever. And then here are all your weapons. Come on. Again, you got the spikes. You got the heat gun. You got these two things. Again, I forgot what the hell they do. And you got a batarang. Again, exciting now that he actually gets weapons. In the original, with the original one, he got nothing. He got absolutely nothing. Very classy. Very, very classy. Look at that. Beautiful shots. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Gotta leave. Great dream. I'll see you later, Ernesto. I'll talk to you later. Have a good night. Joel, welcome.
Hello.
How are you? Still see, that's what I'm saying. It's still there. So the Robin's still there from over a year ago. So that's why I didn't expect it to go wait. I didn't expect this one to go waitlisted. And like I said, I still don't think it's genuinely waitlisted. I think they put that there to get people to buy it because again, it looks good. So people are gonna, let me get let me hit the wait list so I could get it. So I think that's what they did. I don't think it's gone by any means. But again, who knows? Yeah, the original Robin still at the car. So there you go. Yeah, the old Robin sitting on Sideshow. Yep, I thought so. But like I said, that was there forever. Fabs wasn't they surf out of the rocket? Yeah, that was one scene. That was one scene when they jumped off the plane. Not the plane. Was it the plane? No, because they were one scene. They were chasing Mr. Freeze. They jumped off his plane. I want to say on some like surfboards, but they were not surf. They were just like doors coming out of the plane that was going to blow up, or the rocket that was going to blow up, and then they land on on a bunch of roofs, and they're like skiing and snowboarding on top of the roofs. But I don't remember if that was the beginning or that was the end. I want to say that was part of the beginning. I don't think that was the end. Yeah, I think that was in the very beginning. He said your language is wrong. Oh my God.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Oh my God, this guy. Can we talk Demon Hunter? Oh my God.
I don't think so.
Unbelievable. Where were you yesterday? Disgusting, Bob. I'm going to get Robin without Batman. He's going on my random. Oh, see, I was going to say, who gets just Robin? Again, he looks great. He looks very good, way better than Batman. But that's crazy, Gerardo. Very unexpected, but I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. When was the last time you ordered anything, Toys for Kiddos, on their site? It stays free shipping worldwide, or they cover duties, tariffs, taxes. Yeah, so they've always been. Last time I ordered was the Batman, the Dark Knight Returns, the comic book one, the Fat Batman. So what's happening now is they were always free shipping, right? They never charge for shipping. What's happening now is they're covering the tariff. So that's your shipping charge now. You know what I mean? So you see what the figure is worth, right? What the amount is. And then once you add it to the cart, you're ready to pay, you're going to see shipping with a certain amount. It's not shipping. It's the tariff fee, which to a certain extent, I'd rather pay it up front then get hit with a bill like when I ordered from Jeremy 3 times. I got hit with the first time 2 figures, my AVA Miles and my 78 Spider-Man, the Asian version. I got hit with a COD, so I couldn't get my packages unless I gave the driver a check. And that was a nightmare because then after that, I ended up getting a bill from UPS as if I hadn't paid for one of the 2 packages. So I had to deal with a nightmare with them. On the phone for an hour on hold, and then once somebody picked up, they would hang up on you. Like literally, this was going on for like 3 weeks. And so finally got somebody who said, oh, you got to email them. So I emailed them, and then, that was the end of that. And then the last figure I ordered from Jeremy was what the hell did I just order from Jeremy? I just ordered something from Germany. I forget what the hell it was. And same thing. I got hit with and it was a small figure too. What the hell was it? Because he goes, I'm going to try to adjust the value of it so you don't get hit with a high. Because the first 2 were about $80 for the 2 packages in tariff. I was like, holy shit. Then the third figure, God, what the hell was that third figure from Jeremy? It was a smaller package. It was a smaller box. So the tariff was something like $20-something or something like that. So it wasn't terrible. Because again, it was a smaller package, a smaller box. But I don't remember what figure it was. But again, the whole point is that I got another bill in the mail from UPS saying, you owe blah, blah, blah. So that one I paid over the phone immediately. That was the end of that. Oh my God, what the hell did I just get from Jeremy? Actually, you know what? Let me tell you guys exactly because I want to make sure. Now I don't remember. Let's see. Jeremy. I'll tell you guys 1 second. Right, it was the Japanese version. It was AVA Miles. And it was let me see. Yeah, because that's going to bother me. If I don't tell you guys, it's going to bother me. Come on. Come on. Oh, no. This is where I messed up. Okay, so the first 2 figures, this is where I was messed up. So it was the Red Predator, Samurai Predator. That was a humongous box. And the AVA Miles. Those were the first 2 that was about $80 in tariff. Then the third one was the Japan version Spider-Man, the 78 Spider-Man. That was a smaller box, a lighter box. So that's why it was like $20-something for tariff on that. That's what it was. I couldn't remember the Samurai. The Samurai Predator. That's what it was. Shady Sean.
I'm doing.
Welcome. I think they will sell out. They will sell out. You'll see. I told you guys yesterday, those things are going to sell out and everybody's going to cry. And you're going to see them on eBay going for like, all 3 of them are about $1,000 now if you buy them on Sideshow with, $260 times 2 plus $280 plus tax, shipping, and tariff, about $1,000. And you're going to see them all 3 for like $2,000. Tell you that right now. It all comes down to space for me. I try not to have more than one of the same characters. I'm not getting my BVS 2.0 bats. Oh my God. But what if you, for example, get rid of the old one to buy the newer one and that's your, that's your one figure. A lot of people do that. A lot of people get rid of the older stuff You see the post when something's announced, immediately up for sale, up for sale, up for sale. Everybody gets rid of their 1.0s to get the 2.0 as their, as their main one, or at least the newer one, the updated one as their main one. Why don't you do that? I think that's better than not getting something updated to something new that is way better than, the original one, even though, a lot of people like their older stuff. They like, they say, oh, it's more accurate. The suit is better. The cowl is this, it may not come with a head sculpt. Like, for example, the BVS Batman didn't have a head sculpt. Didn't come with a head sculpt, right? The Justice League version did. Remember, there were two versions. There was the tactical and the regular one. The regular one came with a head sculpt. The tactical didn't. You can, I believe you can interchange that head sculpt with the tactical as well. I think that's what it was. Or the other way around. The tactical came with the head sculpt, and you could use it on the regular version of the Justice League Batman. So the BVS 2.0 has a head sculpt, has the cowl, right? Having the variety and having the ability to have both looks, head sculpt look or the cowl look, wouldn't you think that's better than just having, just the cowl look? Again, if you're looking just to have Batman, then it is what it is. But having the option to interchange the head sculpt, don't you think that's better? So yeah, guys, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Also, I want to see if I have a little drama for you guys. A few things happened this week in the collecting world. Let me see if oh yeah, we do. You guys want a little drama? You guys know this is the channel for the best drama. Let me just make sure. So we got a little drama if you guys want to see what this community's retardation, how deep this retardation goes in this community. So let me know if you guys want. BVS suit is one of my favorite action suit. The only way I'd swap him out any upgrade is that certificate. I gotcha. So you don't think having a head sculpt and the cowl is big enough of an update to get rid of the smaller figure with no head sculpt? Remember that the updated 2.0 body has better articulation. It's beefier, taller, bigger. The diorama, if you get the deluxe, is amazing. You don't really care for that. You're a basic bitch. You're a basic bitch, Gerardo. All right, so let me know if you guys want a little drama. Just to prove my point that this community has Down syndrome. This community has brain damage. This community is retarded to the fullest. I'll let you guys vote. You guys tell me in the chat if you want a little drama. Ash. Oh my God.
Damn!
He said that quick. Oh my God, Ash. Unbelievable. You are unbelievable, Ash. Looks like just you. Oh, we got Michael. That's why we're here. Oh, you're here for the drama? Nice, Michael. Real classy.
How dare you?
Real classy, Michael. I am thinking about buying a figure from Toys for Kiddos. I don't want to get that. No. I'm telling you right now, I will stand by it. Like I told you guys, if you guys ever have an issue, which you never will, the only issue you will ever have is once the figure hits customs. I lost a figure from Toys for Kiddos. I lost my Death Strange. I ordered Death Strange from him. It came. It hit. Obviously, he shipped it out. Hit customs. It never left customs. So what I think happened was they opened the package. They thinking that there was contraband or whatever the hell they thought. and they opened it. They probably destroyed it, and they just said, you know what, we're keeping this, and that's the end of that. If that happens, he makes you wait 30 days. Why? Because if for whatever reason they end up releasing the figure at some point, then he doesn't want you to have two figures for the price of one. So he knows that after 30 days, it doesn't come up, and he could tell with the tracking that says it's not going anywhere from customs. Then he knows that the package is lost. They kept it, they stole it, whatever happened. So that's what's going to happen. If God forbid you ever lose a package, it'll be at customs, and he's going to cover it anyway. He'll make you wait the 30 days to make sure they don't release it. And after the 30 days, you'll get your new figure at no cost. You don't have to pay for shipping. You don't have to pay for anything again. So, and I've told you guys this plenty. Obviously, maybe you weren't here. But again, use my coupon code, order whatever you like. And like I said, if you ever have an issue, which again, you never will from them, any issues you'll have, it'll be at customs, not from them. They will ship your figure within 24 to 48 hours. You will have your tracking. And then whatever happens after that, it's not up to them, but they will cover your figure 100%. And again, for those who don't know that, now you know. They will never steal your money. They're not that type of company. Another thing that maybe you don't know. They're not a reseller company. They don't resell figures. They're a retailer in Hong Kong. That's why their figures are a little bit more pricey than the resellers. That's the difference. They're not resellers. They're retailers. So if you go to Pop Collectibles and then you go to toysforkiddos.com, compare those prices. Two different worlds of prices. But that's why you're fully covered the way you are. If you go to Pop Collectibles, let's say, for example, or Toys Assemble, and you lose a package, what is their recovery policy? What is their, policy regarding anything happening in transit? I don't know. But I can guarantee you, let's say, we'll cover the figure, but you got to pay shipping. Guaranteed. Toys for Kiddos won't make you pay for anything. Because that little bit of extra money that you're paying is most likely insurance. Obviously, if they don't use the insurance, or you don't use the insurance, it's extra money in their pocket. Just like car insurance. If you don't use the insurance, guess what? Who's getting rich? The insurance company. Which is why when you start using your benefits, they kick you out. Because now you're costing them money, you're not making them money. So shop without fear. Do not think anything's going to happen. Do not think that you guys are going to get robbed. It'll never happen, period. They're not that type of company at all. I would never be linked to a company that's even a possibility. You guys know that. I would not be giving out coupon codes or asking for coupon codes if I knew that it was that type of company. Ever. Why would I want to be Justin 2.0? All the shit I talk about him, I want to be like that? Never. And I told you guys, whatever happens, it's none of my business. I will get involved and message them directly because obviously I have a direct communication with them. I have a direct relationship with them. So if you order from them, as long as you use my coupon code, you have nothing to worry about. Period. So, drama, as long as it isn't about me. Unbelievable. That's what I did. The 2.0 was massive upgrade over the original one. So that warranty is swap out. I don't see how they possibly can improve it more. I don't see me swapping out. I got you. No. Eventually they'll do something else. You'll see. Because it's so with what you're just saying right now, you're saying that there will never be another Batman BVS figure because it can't get any better. Just you wait. Again, it may not be for another 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, But you're gonna tell me there's no upgrades coming? She is Inner King yet? Almost. Drama is the only thing that keeps this hobby, this dead hobby going. Oh my god. Bring on the drama llama. Death Strange is displayed in some office. No, seriously. Like I said, most likely they were like, oh, look at this figure. This is incredible. Mine. Guaranteed. There's absolutely no reason for him to keep that box. And like I said, he got the customs and it never left in the tracking. Customs. U.S. customs, blah, blah, blah. It stayed there forever. So absolutely, they opened it. They said, oh, this is sick. Mine for my kid or for whoever. That was the end of that. Yep. From the great words from South Park, we might be retarded, but we're not Minnesota retarded. Chris, welcome. Good morning.
Hello!
It is, I'll tell you right now. What is it, 3 a.m. right now or 2 a.m.? I think it's, no, 3 a.m. Chris, 3 a.m. or 4 a.m.? I think it's 3 a.m. Maybe 4 a.m. Tell me what time it is, Chris. Shout out to the UK. Shout out to Patrick. I too want to figure from Toys R Kiddos. Is it the same one? Oh, 3 a.m. I knew it. 3 a.m. Look at that. All right, guys. So again, this is just very little to show you guys the retardation nation of this community. Okay. Let me just pull it up so you guys can see what I'm talking about all the time, because it is a fact. This is always what happens in this community. So again, this was sent to me by you guys, obviously, of course, because you guys love when I go over these things. You guys love when I give you guys my opinion on these retarded people. Shout out to UK. Your Nutella is the shit. How would you know that? Where are you getting UK Nutella from? Unbelievable. Unreal. All right, guys. So here we have a post from our good friend who gave us a lot of clout, gave us a lot of attention, especially in OSR when the video was shared with Trans Pantry. A lot of revelations were made, right? Casey, shout out to Casey, the homie. He introduced his channel to a lot of people. So Casey back at it again. He posts his 1977 Spider-Man figure, right? That's going for like over $1,000 now. And then you got this retard, okay, Ben Landeros. Beat up shippers kills the value. Can you imagine? Can you imagine being this retarded? How can you even possibly think that a beat up shipper box is going to affect any value of the actual inside of it, which is the figure? This is what these people are retarded. These people are so stupid. There was a group, I don't know if it's still around, where it was something like, Hot Toy Shippers Collectors or something like that. At one point, people were so anal about these boxes that they didn't want beat up shippers. There was a time. If you didn't have the shipper for the figure, you didn't get the full value of the figure. There was a time. I lived that time. I can tell you that happened. When somebody didn't have the shipper, you didn't want to pay full price for the figure. That happened. The reason why shippers are not anything important anymore is because of companies like Toys for Kiddles, Toys Wonderland, Pop Collectibles. When you get your figures from these companies, you don't get a shipper. When you order directly in Hong Kong or in China at any store, whether it's Secret Base, Rebel Base, all these Hot Toy stores, you don't get a shipper. Shippers are given to Sideshow as protection for the figure. Because of all of these reseller companies and all of these, not only the reseller companies, because remember, there's a lot of resellers in the groups too that are in companies. William Wang, Jeremy Casa, and then you have a bunch of few others. They're just people that live in Hong Kong. Jeremy's in Canada. You don't get a shipper with this. Those days are long gone. There's no more nobody cares about shippers anymore. Anybody who cares about a shipper is retarded now. Again, there was a time where you didn't want the figure without the shipper. And if it didn't have the shipper, you were not going to pay full price for it. It wasn't happening. I lived those times. Those times, those days are gone. So clearly, this person has no idea what they're talking about because he's retarded. Even if the shipper was beat up back then, you're like, oh man, the shipper's beat up. Like, I don't really, it was painful because the shipper had value. Nobody cares about shippers anymore. It's not a thing anymore. A lot of people too, many people order from overseas all the time now. You're not getting shippers. Nobody cares about shippers anymore. So people saying dumb shit like this is what the community is made up of. Again, inexperience. He has no idea what he's talking about. And look, the confidence coming out of that comment is oozing out of his asshole. Retarded. Retarded. And this is what the computer. And again, I don't know what happened after. I don't know if somebody responded to this. I don't know if somebody said, "Yeah, you're right," because these retards follow each other. Remember what I tell you guys all the time.
Dumb people love dumb people.
So it's just insanely ridiculous what these people say in this community. Again, I can guarantee you other people are like, oh, really? Yeah, he's right. Those days are long gone. Nobody cares about shippers anymore. Now what matters is you getting the figure and that's it. People don't even care if you got the art box anymore as long as you save some money. That's how crazy it has gotten. That people are dying to save money. They want to collect, but they're dying to save money. Look in the groups. Oh, looking for the figure. It has to be complete. Doesn't have to have the box. It doesn't have to be complete. Doesn't have to have the box. Because they know that as long as the figure's complete, nobody gives a shit about the box. You want the figure now. You're looking to save money now. You want to collect a lot. You're looking to save every penny. So as long as you get the figure complete, you don't care about the box. Because most likely you're not going to sell it anyway because you want it in your collection. So it's retarded for them to even say anything like this. But this is our community, guys. These are the people that represent us. Oh my God. Unbelievable. Guys, hit the like button, please. There's 27 of you guys in here. Do not be roaches. He said, not the shipper. Oh my God. Went out to eat chimichangas. I'm back. He said chimichangas. Unreal. I believe that there are people who want to buy a figure where the shipper was actually used to. Yo, it's crazy. People, you know what it is? People think that the shipper is actually part of the figure. This is how retarded they are. That's why a lot of people, what do? Oh, I'll pay the $10 the sideshow for a double box. Are you retarded? It's called a shipper for a reason. What are you going to do with a clean shipper? Absolutely nothing. That's why Sideshow. How does Sideshow ship your boxes? In a shipper. Unless you order a case, then you get a bigger brown shipper and all the shippers inside of that. But this is just to ship your shit. It's not. It's only for protection. It's you going to UPS or USPS and buying a box from them, or going to Home Depot and buying a box and putting the figure, the actual art box in a box. It's the same shit. The only difference is it's got the figure's information on it, and it's made specifically for that item. That's it. It's meant to be shipped in that shipper. That's it. Again, years ago, absolutely. Absolutely. You don't want a beat up shipper. You didn't want holes in the shipper. You didn't want, dents in the shipper. You didn't want rips in the shipper. You didn't. Because back then was a different world. That doesn't matter anymore. Because again, tons of people now are ordering from these overseas sellers that don't even give you a shipper. So who's going to be asking for a shipper? Guess what? Oh, guys, I'm selling my figure. Have the shipper? No, I got it overseas. Oh, man, I don't want it. I don't have the shipper. Nobody cares. Again, a lot of people don't even keep the art boxes anymore. They'll they'll bubble wrap the figures again, as long as it's complete, and they'll send it to you in bubble wrap. So, again, retardation. I keep all my boxes, including my shippers, but I don't give a shit. Yeah, no, because it's only to protect the figure and to be shipped in it. But now that UPS, FedEx drivers will drop elbows. Oh no, they'll kick the hell out of the figures. But again, it'll be fine. It'll be, as long as the insides are fine, there's no problem. You just ink. There's someone out there who displays their No, there are. That's what I'm saying. There was a group where they all collected brown shippers. A whole group of it. Again, years ago, it was a thing. Not anymore. That's what I'm saying. I don't even know if the group's still around, because for what? Nowadays, the unboxing video is more important. Yeah, nobody cares about that. Boxes are for cats. Yeah, nobody cares about that anymore. At all. At all. I keep my shippers for storage, but don't care about it. Yeah, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Exhibit is like, yo, door, I heard you like shipper, so here's a shipper for your shipper. Exactly. How smart does that sound? And like I said, people will pay an extra $10 to Sideshow to double box. So to protect the shipper. For what? It's crazy. I've collected many years, different things, but once I got to 1/6 Atlantic, I've started learning the craziest about collectors that I would be okay not knowing. Ron, you have no idea. You have no idea, Ron. So like I said, guys, it was just a little bit of drama. Nothing crazy, but just to show you guys the brain damage that goes on in this community, just to show you how insane this community is, how crazy this community is. Faz, do you keep your R boxes? Every single box I keep, because at any moment, if I need to sell anything, or the day that, when it comes that I have to sell everything, that I want to get rid of everything, I am not going to ship anything in a bubble wrap and put it in a bag and put it in a box. No. I would never do that. I have every single box, not every single third-party box, but I have most of them too. But Hot Toys, I have every single box, unless it's like a second piece that I bought just, for example, the figure on eBay, and it's just, it came loose, whatever. Obviously, if it's a second or third, or an extra body that I bought to make another custom, like obviously those I don't have. But for every single figure, for the very first one, I always have every single box. Every single box. Again, not the shippers for everything, because I had, I order from overseas. I order from, I've ordered from Pop, Toys for Kiddos. They don't send you shippers. So I don't have every shipper. But because I've been collecting so long, a lot of my boxers have the shipper. And in the beginning, let me tell you something. In the beginning, when I first started collecting Hot Toys, I didn't know that was a thing. And because the shipper is just the protective box of the figure, I would throw them out. And then when I started realizing, oh shit, you lose money because you don't keep the shipper. I said, what? I said, that this is a shipping box. So that's when I started keeping them. Again, this was years ago, because it was a thing. Everybody, the first thing, you got the shipper? You got the shipper? Everybody. You would lose $20, whatever it was, if you didn't have the shipper. Now nobody cares. As long as you got the figure and you could save some money, give me the figure. I don't need that box. I'm good. It saves me space. I don't need to put it in storage. I just need the figure for my collection. If I need to sell it, guess what? I only bought it for $125, $150. So I'll get, 120 back for it if I need to get rid of it. Like, I'm good. You know what I mean? So it's not necessary anymore. Pastor, you finally get around to sending me all the free figures you can make. Shippers, please. Unbelievable.
I don't think so.
Fabs, you are a shipper. I know. Imagine, this is for you. So, all right, guys. So, like I said, most likely, Mike will not be on tomorrow. Like I said, he hasn't read any of my messages. Let me check again. Nope, still nothing. So like I said, he may not show up tomorrow. William, though, asked if I needed somebody to come on stream tomorrow. So he's free tomorrow. So he may be here. If he comes, it'll be him going over everything that's been out. So K-pop Demon Hunters, Father Predator, Batman, Robin, and Plo Koon. And hopefully we get a little bit of more drama, and we'll make a stream out of it. If not, then that's all you guys are going to get. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good Friday. Talia, welcome. Happy Saturday to you.
Hello!
If you buy the figure in Hot Toys shop in Hong Kong, you don't get... Exactly. No, that's what I said. You go to any of these stores, any of these retailers of Hot Toys, Rebel Base, Secret Base. What's the other base? They got Rebel Base, Secret Base, and there's another base. You don't get a shipper. They give you a paper bag to put your figure in. That's it. You never get shipper. Shipper is only for Sideshow. And I don't even think Pop Culture gives you shipper. Actually, no, I think Pop Culture does, because I just remembered I ordered my King Shark, my second King Shark from them for like $109 for that tracksuit that I showed you guys yesterday. And it came in a shipper. So their distributors get shippers to ship to their customers. In Hong Kong and China, you don't get shippers at all. So that's what I'm saying. And because of the fact that years ago, a lot of people were only ordering from Sideshow. There was really nobody else, mainstream or common to order from overseas until they started coming out of the woodwork and people started buying and more people started buying. And, a ton of people buy from overseas now. You don't get a shipper anymore. So that's why nobody cares about shippers anymore, because they know that a lot of people are ordering from overseas where you don't get a shipper. So what are you going to do? Oh, it doesn't come with a shipper. I don't want to order from overseas. Well, guess what? If you're looking to make a video, then you're stuck waiting for Sideshow for 3 months. So you're not going to make that video. So your video is not going to be first. So nobody cares anymore. Everybody wants, what people want now? Not the shipper. They want the speed of the figure getting to them so they can make their video first. Whoever gets that figure first is getting that money first. That's what it's all about now. It's all about who gets it first, not about who's get the shipper. Nobody cares about the shippers anymore. So that's what happens, guys. Yes, Pop Culture does and bubble wrap. Yeah, they send them in their green Pop Culture bubble wrap. They're big bubble wrap. That very protective. You could drop that thing from a building and that thing's gonna literally bounce off the ground, because that bubble wrap that they use is insane. It's not the little bubbles that the standard bubble. It's like these big massive green, not green's their logo, but big massive bubbles on their bubble wrap that's like this big, and the thing's like super padded. So no more shippers, guys. Still only ordering from Sideshow, right? So you're always gonna get a shipper. Me too, Tooling. Don't want to deal with any hassle if there's a problem. Exactly. No, and that's the smartest thing to do, right? If you're not making videos, there's no reason for you to be ordering overseas for no reason whatsoever. Even though, right, it's a little bit pricey with the tax and the shipping and the tariff, but you're paying for security, you're paying for servers, you're paying for not having to make an unboxing video, right? You're paying for security, you're paying for, customer service. No matter, that's what we're paying for, What streamers or channels do you enjoy watching? Do you watch? No, I don't watch anybody. I never watch anybody. I was never a YouTube watcher. Even when I got involved in this, I was not watching YouTube. I got an invite to go on somebody's channel years ago because of just posting my collection in people's groups. And so they saw how big my collection was. I got invited to go on stream, and ever since I started being on stream, I just pretty much never left. I've streamed with pretty much everybody that you can mention on other people's channel, because I didn't have my channel until a few years ago, maybe I think about 3 years ago now. But before that, for at least over a year, I was streaming on a bunch of people's channels. I was invited on everybody's channel. People have, streams with me still on them, on their channels. But no, I've never watched anybody. I've never watched Justin ever. I've been collecting way before Justin was even on YouTube. So no, I don't watch anybody. I've never watched anybody. And even when I met everybody, when I started, the people I was streaming with, that I was friendly with at the time, like I would watch them obviously out of support, but not because I was looking to, learn anything from anybody, because nobody was anywhere near close to my knowledge, my collection, anything. So I was never looking to watch anybody for any reason. I was never looking to, like I said, learn anything from anybody, because nobody had any collection to begin with. Everybody was just YouTubing, right? Everybody was just all about the YouTube and about, talking about the figures that they didn't even know anything about. So when I noticed this, I was like, wait a minute. I was like, these people are talking about things that they don't even own, things that they don't even really know about. So when my channel was made by the same YouTuber that, first invited me on his channel, again, I was never looking to be on YouTube. I was never something that I was like, oh, I can't wait to be a YouTuber. It's not my thing. You guys say that I don't know shit about YouTube. There's nothing fancy about my channel. Like I tell you guys all the time, if it wasn't for Bob, my thumbnails would be complete garbage. So, it's not something that I was like, oh, like I want to be a YouTuber. I want to quit my job and be a YouTuber like they all want to do. Everybody thinks they want to be Justin. Everybody wants to be like Justin. Everybody strives to be like Justin. I don't know why you want to look up to that person, but it is what it is. So no, this is not my world. My world is collecting. My world is not YouTubing. If you ever seen any of my videos, compare any of my videos to any other YouTuber video, you're gonna be like, what the fuck is this? Because I don't know, I don't know anything about this shit. I don't know anything about making a video. Like I said, my videos have gotten a little bit better than they were in the beginning, but nowhere near as anything that you would see on on any YouTuber's channel, because this is why they YouTube because they're good YouTubers, right? They're good with making a video. They're good with producing things, right? They're good with making you visuals for their streams. They're good with all these things, so that's why they YouTube. I'm not good at any of it. I don't know how to use any of this. If it wasn't for StreamYard, where you could hit go live, I wouldn't be here. You know what I mean? On YouTube directly, there's a live feature where you just go live. I wouldn't even know what to do on YouTube. StreamYard makes it that much easier, right? Very user-friendly for me to do this, or else I would be like, yo, what the hell? Like, I would not even be going live if it wasn't for StreamYard, making it so simple to use. Because, again, besides that, I don't know shit about shit. So, thank you, my friend. Thank you for being on time for once. Always an awesome chat. Cool, thanks for the background. No problem. Anytime. Hit the like button. Guys, hit the like button if you haven't yet. Thank you guys for being here. Fast goes Aussies rule.
Wrong.
Oh my god. As we're about to unbox TV. Oh, send it to me. I want to see. I want to make a video for you. Said it before and I'll say it again. I prefer how you do your stream. It's more interesting and personal experience. Yeah, no, like I said, I'm not here to give you anything fancy. All I talk about is my experience. I tell you guys what I've experienced, how long I've been around. You guys know about my collection, one of the biggest collections out there. That's why I'm here, and that's why I'm still here, right? But besides that, if my YouTube channel had to do with visuals, I wouldn't be here right now. I would not be here right now at all, because I don't know how to make any of that shit. So it would not be a thing. I would not be on YouTube whatsoever. But again, because of StreamYard making it so simple, I'm able to hit, go live and talk my shit all I want. Like I said, without Bob, my thumbnails would be complete trash. I don't know. To this day, I don't know how to make a thumbnail. If you guys pay attention to my videos, my figure videos, it's literally a picture of the box, because I don't even know how to make a thumbnail. That's how bad it is for me when it comes to YouTube and shit. And obviously I could go on YouTube and research how to make. I am good. I'm not looking to be a YouTuber. I just want to talk my shit, and that's it, and collect. That's it. I don't need to compete with anybody. I'm not looking to quit my career to go be a YouTuber so I can then link up with Toys Wonderland and get the community scammed. I am good. I linked up with a great company. Jeremy Casa is great. So that's all I'm about. I'm all about collecting first and foremost, talking my shit second. Yeah, Ron is right. I'm not a fan of the person. Well, again, they do it because, number one, people like that. People like seeing all these people. Some people like some YouTubers, opinions, right? So they like them all together. They think that's cool. But this is what they do to make their streams better, because they don't know anything. They all talk like they know anything. They don't know anything. They don't have anything, right? They buy figures to make videos, and that's it. They sell everything, right? They always have an excuse. Oh, I don't have room for this. I got to sell this. Oh, but the new shit's coming. But then I got to sell it because I need more room for the new shit. Like, they're not here for collecting. They're here to make money off of YouTube. But they don't tell the viewers that. They want to come off like they're these professional collectors because they got a module case behind them and they have few figures behind them. So they think that there's some authority figure when they don't know shit about shit because they don't have shit. You know? So that's what that's about. And because, like I tell you guys all the time, you got a bunch of retards in this community watching that shit because they don't know any better, that they think that they're watching some professional guy that doesn't know shit about shit, but they're good YouTubers. So they see visuals, you see colors, you see, oh, look at that. That's cool. Look at those colors. Look at that feature. So they like that dumb shit. Again, I don't care for any of that. I don't know how to do it anyway. You know, so you bring all these people on panel to take away the pressure off of you because you don't know shit. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know. So what do? Oh, all right. What do you think of this? All right. And then everybody else. What do you think of this? What about you? How do you like? It's a joke. And like I said, a lot of people were always, most YouTubers were always doing these huge panels all the time because everybody loved that. Once I went alone, I said, I am not doing that. I said, that shit's boring. I said, nobody's paying attention. Everybody's on their phone. I said, who wants to do that? So I started literally 2-3 people, max 4. I never had more than 4. Then sometimes it was 3. Most of the time it was me by myself, but it was never more than 4 when I had people on my streams. I didn't need all these people there because I know what I'm talking about. Why do I need all these people on my stream for? For what? To do what? Not pay attention, not focus, not be involved in the conversation because they're on their phone, because they're bored, because there's fucking 30 people in front of them to talk. It's stupid. So then what started happening? People started changing their shits too. Go pay attention. Just go look back at people's channels. Look back 2 years ago. Look at their streams and look at their streams now. You'll literally have streams with 2 people, 3 people max. No more than 3 sometimes, when those people used to stream with 5, 6, 7 other people. Go look it up. I'm not lying. So that's what happened. So when I started doing it, then they started doing it. When I started saying I don't need all these people in my stream because I know what I'm talking about, these people don't know shit, then they started cutting back and cutting down on all the people that they started having because it's a fact. You need 13 people on your shit because you don't know what you're talking about. Again, great YouTubers, but they don't know what they're talking about. That's why, if you guys pay attention, they're always talking shit about Hot Toys. If you knew anything about Hot Toys, you wouldn't be talking shit about Hot Toys. That's why I don't talk shit about Hot Toys, because I know what Hot Toys is about. I've lived Hot Toys, collecting Hot Toys for years before any of these people existed, whether it was collecting or on YouTube. So that's why, they could call me a shill. They could call me, oh, why are you defending Hot? Because there's something to defend, because I lived it and I'm still living it. You don't know what you're talking about. You saw the new shiny thing and you said, oh my God, this is so much better than Hot Toys, because you're an idiot. You're retarded. You don't know anything about Hot Toys. So that's how they're easily just impressed by whether it's caustic, which is garbage, whether it's in art, which is garbage, whether it's iconic, which is garbage. Like, they're easily impressed by all this garbage because they don't know anything. You have to have brain damage to talk shit about the best company out there, which is Hot Toys. They all do it, though. They don't know anything. That's it. This guy. So, he said, play the clip.
The priority shipping. So the earlier you,
Unbelievable, Ash. Martin, look at you. Thanks for not being on time.
Thank
You can let me in your stream sometime. Sometime though. Oh my god, this guy. He shows up late and he says that. Unreal. You have to have a strong personality to be able to stream by yourself. Something I think some of them are lacking. Again, you can't. They could try. They could try going on themselves, and they have tried, but they're so boring because they don't know shit about shit. So what do? They go off of the chat and what the chat says and what the chat asks and what the chat. That's how they get around going on by themselves. They don't know. They can't. I can tell you guys have seen. I've been by myself on streams for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, talking to you about Hot Toys all night. I could talk to you about Hot Toys for an entire year because I've been living it. These people just, again, they're YouTubers. They pretend that they're collectors. They're YouTubers. I'm a collector, not pretending to be a YouTuber. That's the difference. So they think they're talking to people. Again, they're talking to people who don't even know any better, as if there were some authority when they don't know anything. But because I'm not a YouTuber, I don't, make the algorithm push my shit. I don't take pictures of myself for the, thumbnail going, which is a way to get your videos pushed in the algorithm. I am not doing that. I'm not a YouTuber. I am good. But if you're a YouTuber, that's the shit you got to do. You got to pose for these thumbnails for that dumb shit so the algorithm pushes you, because that's what YouTubers do. You will never see a picture of me on a thumbnail. I am okay. Like I said, without Bob, I would have no thumbnails. He makes every single thumbnail for every single video that you see that it's not just the picture of a box. And that makes the channel look way more decent than, with no thumbnail. If Bob wasn't around, my channel, all my thumbnails would look like shit. Guaranteed, because I wouldn't be able to do it. I still don't know how to do it. So that's the difference. And Tip goes the Terminator. He never gets old. I'm a huge fan of the All right, guys. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.